Courtney and Courtney doing an interview. This is going to be a little confusing, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Just kidding. Let's start off by talking about the success of last year. I know it's been a conversation that you've talked about with the girls already, but heading into this year, how do you plan to build off of it?
Well, I think it's always kind of the balance of how do you build off of it, but yet realize that this team hasn't done anything. So what you get from last year is our returners have more experience. And anytime we can add experience to build off of is huge, but also comes expectations. So you have these expectations, you have some experience, and then this team hasn't done anything yet. So it's just trying to find that balance of who we are, taking the strengths from last year and the strengths from this year's team and trying to move this group, this unique group forward.
And what is so unique about this group? I know there's a lot of new faces on this team. You have some transfers, you have some really talented freshmen, and you have those returners who are mixed in as well. What is unique to you as a coach about this team?
Well, I think you just said it. It's a really nice blend of everything. We have some really strong returners. We have 3 transfers that have made huge impacts in the short amount of time. And then we have 9 freshmen that are incredibly talented. And so we have returners that have taken those freshmen under their wing. We have the transfers that have come here, dove in, and immediately put themselves in leadership positions. And freshmen that are just green to everything. Like they are talented, they're green, which is a positive and an opportunity area, I'll say. But it's just a really nice blend of personalities. In that it's athletes that fit really, really well within our culture. And so I think that every year we move forward, we grow stronger in our culture. And so this group is really united, they're really connected, and they are really great representatives of Arkansas softball.
If you had to pick one thing that fans would be surprised about or shocked by with this group, what would it be?
Ooh, good question. What are they going to be shocked by? I think they're going to be shocked by not shocked, I don't know. I think they're going to love how dynamic this team is. I think they've grown accustomed to the long ball. That's a big thing, the Bogle Bombers, the long ball. We have a lot more layers to our offense now. We have a lot more speed. We are gonna have a lot more times when we can put our offense in motion. So I think that I don't think they're going to be shocked by that. I think they've heard a lot about that, about our team, but actually seeing it play out, I think they're going to really enjoy it.
Yeah, I think so as well. It's good that you said they're going to love this. They're not going to be shocked by this. You guys have a reputation, the Bogle Bombers, you just said it. Fans are coming in to see this team because of what you guys have done. That kind of puts a target on your backs, around the SEC, in non-conference play. How have you addressed that with the girls?
Well, you earn it. And so it's a privilege to have a target on your back because that's what you come here to do. You come here to compete at the highest level. You come here to leave your mark. You come here to win championships. And we've put ourselves in the position to do that. And so when you have a target, when you have expectations, it's just reminding them that they earn that. You want that as a high level competitor. And then it's just helping them with how to deal with that, because really what you do is just be the best version of yourselves and get really enamored by the process and being in the moment. And so it's just kind of figuring out how we're going to deal with that more than anything.
Something I think is unique about you as a coach is that you are so focused on chemistry and making sure that these girls feel like they know each other going into every single season. And you did that by going on a little retreat. Was that something that you've done before? How did that work out with going away and spending time in a cabin and things like that?
Yeah, I think you get the best out of your athletes when you really know them, and I think they get the most out of each other when they really know each other. And so it's something that we started in year 2. I'm in year 8 now, which is like mind-blowing in itself. It's gone so quickly, but we had to go away from it in that COVID stretch, and so getting back to the retreat and just that time together, I don't think you can replace just time together, and just really getting to know each other, what each other needs. It's not necessarily just like what you want to give, but what your teammates need and what the team needs. And so just going through all those activities and opportunities to learn, I think makes us stronger in the long run.
Year 8 for you. Wow.
Yeah.
What have you learned from the past seasons, and what are you taking in this year going into year 8 for you?
Well, I think each team presents something new, and each team challenges us as a staff. I think for us as a staff, we have those same core beliefs, those same core philosophies, the same core teaching techniques, but I think that each team's taught us ways to evolve, whether we wanted to or not, but like we had to evolve, we had to reinvent how we do things, how to reach them more. I think we learned that through COVID too. It's like how to reach them, how to be intentional with how we communicate, how to be intentional with how we connect. And so I think that we are all more settled, but we are all students of the game, and I think that's the thing, is that each team, if we're doing it right, we're learning just as much from them as they are from us.
Since we're talking about you as a coach and your success, a big milestone coming up for you, 7 wins away from the winningest coach in Arkansas program history. That's
kind of crazy.
Wild to say. I was going to ask, how crazy is that for you to hear that and to know that's possibly coming up?
Well, it's really cool. More than anything, I had to be told that, because I don't think any coach goes in thinking about how many wins they have. They just wanting to figure out how to be the best they are that day. And so there's been like little snippets of that coming up, and I think it's a huge accomplishment for our staff, not for me, but for our staff. And I think it's even more of all the special players that have played under us. But we'll celebrate that 7, and then we'll continue to set new records, because hopefully we can make that number pretty big in our time here.
You do that all while being a mother to 2 boys. How hard is it to balance being such a successful coach, but also being a mom?
Well, difficult. It's hard, but I think every mom has that challenge. I have the challenge and being fortunate to get to be the head coach for the Arkansas Razorback softball team and be a mom. Every working mom has that challenge of having that balance. And so I think it's just always being really, really mindful of being where your feet are. But more than anything, I just want to show my players that you can do that. You can be highly successful in whatever avenue you choose career-wise, and you can have a family, and then also realize and be I guess just celebrating your village. It takes a village. I have an incredible husband, and my mom's here now, and our staff, everybody chips in, and so it's just a collective effort, but it's hard to balance, but it's really, really rewarding to do both.
So my dad is a coach still, and when I was younger, I didn't kind of realize how successful of a coach he was. Mm-hmm. Do your boys realize how successful you are and what you do, or is it kind of just like, oh, mom's the coach of the Arkansas softball team?
It's more the latter. They also like to remind me of losses that we've had. So no, they love our athletes. They love that I am a Razorback coach, and with that comes this incredibly supportive and incredible community to be a part of. So they get to go to basketball games, and they get to go to gymnastics meets, and they think it's pretty cool that every once in a while their mom gets announced at those things. But I don't think they really realize why. And then they'll be like, oh, you play Arizona. Remember when they beat you, 2 years ago? And so they bring you right back down really quickly. But I just think it's such an incredible and exciting community to get to raise your kids in. And I mean, they already love the Razorbacks. They're already talking about wanting to go to Arkansas, and they just love everything about it. It's really special.
I love that. That's so exciting. The losses thing is very funny too.
Yeah, I don't know that funny is the word. It's a little annoying, but
okay.
Okay, I got it. I remember.
Coach, before we let you go, you kind of said last year, the years before and the teams before this one and the teams before that have built the legacy that you want to leave here. Do you feel like you're on track to still do that with this year's team?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that I'm really proud of this year's team. I'm really proud of the steps we've taken and the players we've had. I'm proud of how we've done it. I'm proud of our continuous build and climb. And I absolutely feel like this team keeps that on track. And more importantly, I think that the players are proud of the legacy that they're leaving. They come into this program to make a difference and leave their mark and make it better. And I'm really, really proud of every student athlete that's taken a chance on us and moved this program forward and built it into what it is and what it will continue to be.
Well, thanks so much for sitting down with us, Coach. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.